Hi, I'm Kerry from Mobilates and I'm here for 30 minutes with you for some mindful Pilates movement with Virtual Village Hall that you can do sitting or standing, and then we go down to the mat, or it could be bed or sofa. I've got my cushions ready, I hope you have, or some pillows. Always nice to have those by your sides. Oh, hello Irene, nice to see you again. I hope you all had a lovely week doing your mindful activities. There's such a lovely selection of things to do. I always keep a little track of all the things going on. Gorgeous. So let's get into our mindful movement. Hopefully you can hear the music in the background. Let me know if it's too loud or you can't hear it, because I can pump it up a little. But we're just going to sit or stand with our feet nice and steady, just for a little breathing exercise. So you can stand with your feet a bit wider or sit right back in your chair if you want to. And we're just going to take a few breaths just to get ourselves just grounded, so we're right in the moment and we're feeling a bit calmer if we've just rushed in from anything. So breathing through our nose and out through our nose if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you do that, let your belly be soft. We're not moving anything else yet, so we're doing a soft belly breath, letting the diaphragm move down. And on your next breath in, I want you to just concentrate how it feels breathing in. Is it easy? Does the breath feel cool? Do you feel it here, here, here? Where is going? Any of those things. And then next time you breathe in and out, just focus on the exhale. And the same thing. Where do you feel it? Is it a long exhale? Is it smooth? Anything you like. And now we're going to focus on inhale and exhale. When you inhale, inhale energy to get you through this class, through this 30 minutes. Exhale anything you don't want. Maybe a bit of tension here, any niggles and pains that you have anywhere in your body. And a couple more of those. One more. And now we'll start the movement. So bring your feet in hip width if you're standing. Just pull yourself up tall from your base of your spine all the way to the top. And imagine I've just got a thread here. You're just coming a little taller. If you're sitting a little away from the back of your chair, so you're supporting yourself, pulling your belly in a little. And it's just two fists between your knees and your feet directly below your knees, so your legs are at a right angle. And from this position, you can put a hand on the belly and a hand on the back, hands here or hands down, and then you're just rocking back if you're in the chair with your pelvis. Very small movement, but it's the belly muscles that activate it. And if you're standing, it looks like this. So you can see it's super small. If I did a big one, it might look like that. Don't want anything like that, just super small. Just checking in with how your spine is feeling today. Any aches in your back, any aches under here, here. Just noting them so you know, just take a little care. Hopefully ease some things out. And then pull up even taller. So sitting or standing, just even taller. And think, where do you feel that stretch? Here, here, maybe your neck, shoulders coming down. Let's come to them next. So now, opening out across this collarbone. And as you open out here, what starts to happen if I show you from the side? Oh, look at those shoulders going back. All that sewing makes my shoulders round. So I'm just going to take it a little bit more open and then drop my arms down. And now your shoulders are back here, but your shoulder blades here, they've also come in towards your spine a little and travel down. Now you want it to be soft so you can hold it. Now bring your chin back, make this neck really nice and long at the back, but keeping your nose at the same level so you're not dipping down or looking up. Beautiful. Now a little rotation. Starting to rotate your head, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. Keeping this openness here. That's it. And then we're going to take the rest of our body on this rotation, because at the moment it's just the head. So let's just let our arms, our feet, and the whole of our body move around now. Head is just part of your body. If you're sitting, just slide your hands. Keep it really nice and soft. Perfect. So a gentle rotation on the spine, and you can always make it smaller. If you're sitting, there's more pressure on your spine, so you might want it really small. And then bring it back to the center. We'll take an ear towards the shoulder. Thing to watch with this is if your shoulder wants to join your ear coming down. It tells you that it's tight here, so just take it easy. It might need to be a bit smaller. That's it. And then we're going to rotate the head again, just like we did before. Look to one side, looking up, and you can use your eyeballs rather than tilting your head back. And then dropping down at the front, but keeping some space between your chin and your chest. Some neck rolls. Now I'm doing a sort of half arc, like a smile shape of neck roll. Some people like to take their heads further back, like that. No, I'm afraid I don't like it, but if you do, go for it. If it works for you and you want a bigger neck roll, you have to do what's right for you. And then roll up. That's it. Just let your arms have a little swing forwards and backwards, and then just let them hang. Imagine those hands are super heavy. Start some small shoulder rolls. Don't need to be really big, because you can get bigger, but if you start big, it's hard to take it down again. That's it. And bring your breath into this. Close your eyes, even better. Probably easier if you're sitting down, but if you're standing and you feel steady, breathing in as they go up, out as they go down. And you'll find it slows your movement down. It really helps you feel exactly what's going on. So if something is a bit sticky, something is a bit niggly, you can take your time. Couple more of those. Just keeping everything else still, just the shoulders moving. And then breathe in and lift those shoulders up. Doesn't have to be super high, they don't have to be earrings. And then slowly, as you breathe out, melt them down. Out through your nose, out through your mouth, I don't mind. Out through your mouth means you might slow the breath a little more. I'm going to do a sitting one. Lovely, super long exhale. One more. And then we're going to start to circle our arms, but with bent elbows. So let the elbow take it back. So if you have got any problems in the shoulder, frozen shoulder, for example, this is a little softer. It could be really low. You might have one side that you can go high, one side's going low. Might be both sides can go together and they're going about the same. Make it right for you. And if that's okay, you can bring the whole of your arms. But look, it looks like I'm drawing two circles. So rather than going up and back, it's just nice and soft and to the front. That's it. And then you can really let your body stretch with it and reach out. I hope you're not knocking anything over as you do this. Give your fingers a little wiggle as they reach out. That's it. Fit that breath in as well. Right, let's go for a little leg movement. But this time, this is going to circle too. So taking the weight into one leg and just circling that leg. Now you can balance onto something. So it might be you're balancing onto a table, a chair there. If you're sitting towards the front of your chair and just lifting that leg, and can you see how my ball of my foot, the sole of my foot, is just drawing a sort of circly shape, trying to take it as far out as I can, just opening up the hip. Now, if that leg is extra heavy, you might want to help it. That's it. Or it might do it by itself. It's extending a little bit and just reaching out. Let's do the other side. Hello, Christine. Hope you're enjoying it, Christine. You might be taking it in the air. That's it. Arms could be out if you want a bit of balance support, but not actually putting your hands on something. So you're just circling out, hips having a good time. And remember, these can be super small. If that's an arthritic hip, might be like that. Super. Right, let's take it to where are we going next? Oh, side bends, yes. So just reaching down the side, pulling up here. If you're standing, you might find your bum muscles just very slightly tightened, just to keep you nice and straight so that things aren't moving out to the side. But we can put moving out to the side into it if you like. But if you're sitting on the chair, moving out to the side, the chair resists that. So just sliding down like that. That's it. And then you can bring your hands a little higher. Here is nice. And if that feels okay, even up here to your ears. Any of those. So if you're still sliding downwards, that's good too. And then let's have a little soft reach up, like you're trying to get something off a high shelf. That's it. Feeling the space here really open up. And then bring your arms into your waist. Can you see my hands? Palms up. So we're just going to let them have a little swing. Those elbows stay in, but those arms are just swinging in and out. Try one and then the other. That's it. Now you might find one goes a little bit and the other one, goes a lot. So just be mindful when you take them together what's happening. Is it different? Same if you're sitting. And then just holding your hands forward, keeping your pelvis still, just a little rotation. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades are down our back as well, next to our spine or towards our spine. That's it. And then see if you can take the hands out a little further and get that rotation. It's almost like the hand is leading the way. Your head just does what the rest of your body does. The hard bit, particularly when you're standing, is to keep this still. If you're sitting, you've got the advantage. Sit really tall. That's it. And then we can make it a bit more open. So no more rotation. Just taking those arms just out a little. And mine have got a soft bend in them as they open out, but those palms are still upwards. And then if your balance is good, or you want to give it a try, it might be you just start going up onto the balls of your feet. Same if you're sitting. Just, better watch out for the desk. Just raising up your heels, just keeping your knees that same distance. And you might find you want to raise them a little more and they get a little straighter. That's it. And this really starts working these core muscles here, pulling them in, feeling how strong you are. That's it. And then we're just going to give a little back workout, a bit like we did at the start. So we did those little tuck unders, pelvic tilts. This time a bit bigger. So if you're standing, just send your bottom back a little. Hands are here, and then my hands just sliding down my legs. And I'm just going to let my shoulders and head round over, and then slide upwards. And then my bottom starts to stick out a bit and arch, and my elbows come back, and this bit of my chest comes up. So that's the standing version, and it could be a really slight bend. Doesn't have to be. If I take it even less. So if you've got osteoporosis and you want a really small flexion and extension. And then if you're sitting, I'll show you from this side. Same sort of movements. And you can see my back's rounding, and I'm just tilting my pelvis back a little and then coming up. And just like with standing, you can make this super small. So there's hardly any flexion at all, hardly any extension if you've got any back condition that limits that. Even just like that. So there's really small movement. Or you might want to make it really big, and you know that's safe for you. Everything feels good. And then we're going to go into a roll down. We've just warmed up the spine for that. Anyone wants to say anything in the comments, I will keep checking. So for this one, legs are a bit wider, feet are out a little bit. Send your bottom back, straight back, hands on your legs. From here, tilting your bottom under and keep it tilting. Let that ripple spread at your back to your head. And at this point here, press up through your feet, use your hands, and that will take you up. Here's another one. Check that back straight, not like that, like that. So you're pulling that belly back and then letting that ripple spread up. In the chair, widen the legs, hinge forwards, and then tuck this bottom, even though it's sitting on the chair, tilt, 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 like ripple up the back, and press up with your hands. And we'll do one more. I'm going to come low down on this one. And then we're going to take it to either the floor or it might be your bed. But take your time. We're going to be lying down on our back with our knees bent. I'm just going to change the camera angle for you. You can see I've got all my cushions there. Take down my little planner and clock. And you might want a cushion under your head just to keep it comfortable. You can have these little super tiny cushions. They're nice for just getting in the nook of your neck, or something a bit bigger. I'm going for the little one. And what you want your view to be is the ceiling. Hopefully you can just follow my voice, and you might look a little to the side. It's nice to be able to check that you're looking at the ceiling and not tilting back or looking between your legs. Have a little wriggle when you get there. Get everything comfy. That's it. Always find my pelvis and bottom need a lot of wriggles. On my shoulders, your arms can be out. That's it. Just get yourself feeling like the mat is supporting you. That's it. Take your legs together, heels out to the side, toes forwards, and now we're in a nice sort of alignment. That hip width apart leg, and then bring your arms in. In fact, we're going to take them overhead, fingers touching. So I've just got my fingertips touching, and I'm going to take them back, but I've only just done this move. I don't want to take them all the way back. We'll do that in a moment. I'm going to take them forwards now. And what I'm trying to do is stop my shoulders coming up very high and just keep everything calm. And that includes this bit here. So what I'm trying to stop is my back arching away and coming down, anything extreme. So I'm having to control my ribs from popping up and just keeping them calm and downwards. So it feels like they're attached here and they're not stretching up and back. So I've got all the control is going on in these abdominal muscles, but these arms are relaxed. You can see I've got a little bend in my elbows. Could be a bigger bend, could be like this. Could have your palms like that. That'd be nice. And then you could bring a leg up and the other leg up. And whilst you're doing that, you want to stay nice and steady, not rocking from side to side. Just doing that small movement. And then let's try a little slide away of the leg. That's it. Just rest the arms, palms up. Keeping all this nice and still. And I'm trying to keep my feet as light as possible, so they're almost gliding across the mat. Could lift them slightly. That's it. And then we're going to take the leg up, don't mind which leg, and just stretch it away so your thighs are roughly in line with each other. That's it. This foot's just reaching long, but it's not pointing super hard. And then bringing it in to this tabletop 90 degrees and taking it down. Other side. Tabletop first, just holding it lovely and steady across here. This is all you control. And then stretching it long. That's it. And just keep going with that. So it's all going on here. Your legs are doing the moving, but all the control and the power is here. This is nice and still. And hopefully you're still breathing. You've not been holding your breath for ages and ages. Just in and out breathing. You don't need anything particular for this one. But we can start to bring our arms into it. So you could just pop them up in the air, palms are facing. So leg goes up. And then when that leg extends, just let your arms extend. So they're sort of parallel with that leg. And they can come up here. It's a bit like being a puppet. You can imagine strings. I don't know if Lady Penelope ever did Pilates in Thunderbirds. My arms were wanting to go forwards then. That's it. And you might feel when you do that diagonal movement, this one here, and the arms and the leg moves, that's when you get the most pull here. That's when you've got to be really strong. That's it. One more each side, and then we're going to ease it off. Lovely. This is a nice move if your arms aren't very comfortable going back. If they don't like doing that sort of movement, that's a nice move for that. But let's ease this off first. So take your arms out nice and wide in this T position, palms up. And just let your legs sway. And my feet are doing the pushing. That's nice. And you can make it a bit bigger. But your shoulders, head and neck are just staying there. And that bit of upper back. And then you can take it over to one side. And you might be resting, hovering. This is when cushions. Let's see if I can get the other one. Oh, nice. Because then your legs can flop there. Or you could have a cushion between your legs and a cushion underneath. Any combination is nice. Can never be enough cushions in Pilates. And then take a breath in. And we're going to take it over. I'm going to take the cushion with me on this other side. And your head can rest in the middle, or it can turn the opposite way. I like that sort of opposite feeling. And we'll take another breath in. And bring it back to the middle. I'll just pop the cushions there. Might need those later. And then we're going to do a little cycling action with these legs. So I'm just going to take the arms a little wider so I've got good support. Palm up still, opens the chest. And just one leg is going to do a little cycle. That's it. And this really works hip flexors here, these things that lift your legs up and down when you're going up the stairs. Especially when we stretch it long like that. And you might hear the clicking. And I've got nothing particularly wrong with my hips or anything, it just clicks that we get. There we go. And go for the other leg. Nice soft cycle, everything else just staying, resting in place. Check that your jaw is nice and relaxed, your neck is soft. We'll just cycle along with this Debussy under the light of the moon. Lovely. And then take both knees into your chest. It can be really narrow and tight if that feels good. It could be really wide. Put your hands underneath. That might feel good. You can rock side to side. That's it. And you can make that a bigger movement or just keep it really small. And then use your knees, just touching the top of them, and steer them with your hands, circling. And you can reach your legs away as far as you want to. I find this is a clunky, clicky one as well. But as long as those clunky clicks don't hurt, they're just a little bit of body percussion. And then take it the other way. I find that takes a few moments just to get into that rhythm. And then take your arms and legs down. Take it so you're in almost like a star shape. And then I'm going to take this hand and reach it across the body. I'm going to use this foot on this side to help push a little bit as well. See, I'm rolling over and then coming away, reaching back. And I'm in that star again. This hand comes over. It might be that's as far as you go, and that's fine. But I'm going to press into this foot here because it makes this leg then rotate a little. I'm going to go onto my side. It might be you go right over. Woo. You've got to do what's right for you and your body. Just taking it nice and slow, just sliding over. And keeping that movement really continuous. You might find as you reach over, you can push beyond the hand that's on the ground. It's such a lovely stretch, this one. It gets all down the side of your body. But because you're on the floor of your bed, there's a lot of gravity supporting you. Hopefully if you're on the bed, you've got room, because it does take a bit of space up, this one. And then just lie there for a few moments and stretch one leg, stretch the other leg, stretch the arm, stretch the other arm. Take a big breath in with everything stretched. And then blow it out and just feel everything soften and melt. We'll do that again. Let's start this leg. So stretching it, you might lift it, wriggle it slightly, lengthening the other leg, lengthening this arm, wiggling the fingers, lengthening this hand, wiggling the fingers. I'm going to let my ribs come right up as I take a big breath. And breathe it slowly, 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 melting. Oh, like you're on memory foam. And then just bend your legs. We're going to come up to sitting. Rolling onto your side. And then sitting yourself in a comfortable wide-ish legs. I don't mind exactly how you do it. So you might be like this, you might be super wide, you might be like that, whatever works. And then hands behind you, or if you've got something like a sofa behind you, you might put your elbows on it, lean into it. Just check that you're pushing away so you don't get that sinking into your shoulders. And then just let your feet take those legs in and out. I'm trying to get all my legs in shot. There we go. You can see my little black toe socks if I wriggle my toes. That's it. Nice and soft. And you can try and do opposites. I find that really confuses my head really easily. I find it, oh, that's easier like that. And then point, lengthen, and then you might even let them roll out with everything lengthened. And then toes towards your nose. That's it. And then let them roll out. Ooh. And then bring your legs in so you're sitting a bit more comfortably. That's it. Could be cross-legged, could be at your side, could be one leg like that, whatever works. Might even be sitting on a little cushion. And we'll just reach up, really soft arms. Don't have to come very high. And then we can reach forwards, sort of diagonal. And then I'm going to let the arms sweep round, swap over. A few more of those. Making it smaller and smaller. Arms out, breathe in. Bring those arms up to wherever they want to go. Push away with the breath. Breathing in, scoop that breath up. Push away. Breathing out. Breathing in, scoop all the breath you can upwards. Bring those hands to your chest. Breathe out. Some movement, some calm, some mindfulness. And now you can carry on with the rest of your day. Lovely to see you. If you want to leave a comment, I check always after class and a little bit more after that. Thanks. That was lovely. See you again next week.